So repairability is always a hot topic, and I mean rightfully so. I think it's the last line of defense for us owning our own hardware. And while I'm not normally a fan of government regulation or government kind of imposing things on the public market, I think this is where maybe a little bit of a nudge in the right direction could accommodate repairability and just make it better for us consumers. Honestly, I think the best thing is to just have the market be the market and let the consumers go to where they feel is the best thing. So let's say a company like Framework, they developed such a great product, great repairability. It kind of just raises all, like a rising tide raises all boats in a way, right? So one company starts this and then gradually we see, okay, like Apple's doing it, Dell might do it, HP. It kind of trickles down the line. I think the good news is we've seen a lot of companies move into that direction and make their products a little bit more repairable. If you take a look at Apple, they've been notorious for locking down everything from software to hardware, just not making it a friend to anyone who wants to repair their own stuff. But with the Neo, we've seen them improve repairability. And I mean, what I've seen people doing online with this thing is just replacing every aspect of that thing fairly easily, especially when you take a look at their past products. Apple's whole 2015 to 2020 era, as the years went on, it became a lot worse to repair and just replace parts. But with the introduction of their Apple Silicon, not that it's upgradable, not that it's super repairable, because if your processor works, you can't just take it out, everything's soldered on. But if your battery's degraded, it's a lot easier to repair the newer MacBooks than it was in the past, which is really good because the battery is more likely than not the first thing that's going to go. And it's really great that you could do it yourself. It still might be a little bit of a project, but it is moving, seems to be moving in a direction where there's a little bit more repairability in mind. I know myself, I'm fairly comfortable repairing my own things, so I'll do my own repairs on my car. Any little electronic thing, maybe a battery replacement, SSD swap, nothing too complicated, but you know, as you repair a new thing, you then get led on to the next serious repair that you might need to do. You might need to replace a screen, but once you kind of go into that direction of repairing your own stuff, you kind of find yourself just, well, who else is going to do it? I'm here, I'm going to do the next job. What's really good about the current state of repairability is I know that it's been really good in the past and then it kind of took a dive, but now it seems to be coming back. And there's a lot of resources online to the point where you almost don't have an excuse to not try. Of course, if you have a warranty or something, you might not want to avoid it. But if the device is broken, you might as well give it a shot. You've got iFixit, who does a great job of showing you how to do it, very hands-on. There's tons of videos online for anything, for electronics to cars. You could basically do it all. Not to mention that you could probably find every part you need on Amazon, which is pretty crazy. Like you just, whatever country you're in, whatever state, whatever city, anything, you could just get it at your door within the week. Normally within the day, but I mean, God forbid we got to wait a week for Amazon. I actually had to replace the battery on an old Razer Blade laptop, which is just kind of like my tinkering laptop, but the battery was shot, it didn't hold a charge, and this is kind of what inspired the whole video because it was just so easy. Take off the back plate, take off a couple screws, undo the connector. The battery came from Amazon, and I'm done within like, I don't know, 10 minutes. It took longer because I filmed a little bit of stuff, but realistically, you could do it just like that. The reason I'm making this video and starting this discussion is because I think there's two people in this world. No, there's three types of people in this world. There's the one who something breaks and they just buy a new thing. There's the second who something breaks and they call someone to repair it. And then there's the third of it breaks and they repair it themselves. And I want to encourage you guys all to be that third person. So just if the thing's broken, you almost have no excuse but to look up online. I'm almost certain that 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, somebody's had the same issue as you and already resolved it in a repair, in a video, in a guide, in a Reddit post. You've got a ton of resources with the internet. You don't even have to buy a book anymore. You don't have to buy a repair manual, nothing. You could buy it if you want. You could probably find a PDF online, but there's so many resources where it's like, if something breaks and you don't have the warranty, you could probably do it yourself. So I think repairability is on the right track, and I think we've seen a lot of companies kind of edge in that direction of a little bit more consumer repairability, more accessibility to parts, more accessibility to just your internals once you open up the case. But I don't think it would hurt if just there was a little bit of a nudge of government regulation to make specifically repairability, not just, we don't need a crazy warranty, just make parts and service guides and stuff, maybe official service guides, more accessible from the manufacturer. I don't think that would hurt. Cause for concern comes where the government oversteps and would start putting a little bit unrealistic regulations where it's like, okay, now we're just making nonsense just for the sake of making regulation. I think that's definitely a way it can go, but ideally, just a little bit of regulation for almost mandatory customer repairability, serviceability. I think that would help everybody. So that basically wraps it up. I just wanted to encourage everyone to give repairability a shot. And I know the first time you open up a laptop or a phone, heck, even an engine bay for the first time, it could be intimidating because you're not really sure how everything works, how to do things. But I mean, nobody's born knowing how to do something. You got to take that first step to actually learn and get into that world in any field. So I feel like just don't be afraid. If I give you that little nudge, that little push to give you that confidence to repair it, then I did my job. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have any repair tips. I feel like we're all looking for tips for stuff like that. So let us all know. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next video.